Again, no backtracking. But you know what? Honestly, we talk about backtracking. I kind of am glad they don't have backtracking in this game because if this was more like the first one, it'd be awful. But it was backtracking because all you could tell the difference between each level was the sound.
I feel like backtracking would be okay if you had a map.
Yes, yeah. Yes.
So that way you're like, I didn't go in this door, and this door, and this door, rather than here where you're just like, it's just goddamn doors everywhere all day.
I should save. Thank you, Zach Fig.
So one of the unfortunate things, I know we mentioned this last time, is that because there's so many characters and there's not like a great difference between them, it just feels kind of like why would you not just have the strongest guy out front and just continuously heal him over time?
Yep.
Like, why even risk Tasselhoff?
Tasselhoff, you say?
Yeah. So I was looking at online. Tasselhoff actually the traps. He makes them not happen, and Flint makes himself immune to them. So will Flint like Raceland will get hit by the trap, but Flint won't. But Tasselhoff will just stop the traps entirely. So there is some function, but
yeah, I stand corrected.
But it's still is that like you can just
it's a trap. Tasselhoff cried. That was close. Now we'll have to remove it. Relax. Tasselhoff removed the trap. Wow. This is Sly's information in action here.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
I didn't know it actually illustrates it in real time, like Castlevania 2 style. Yeah, this is going to get really old really fast.
Well, I mean, rather than getting hit with the stone in the head over and over.
It's like attacks, like listen to a bunch of text attacks in order to take damage.
Yeah. That's true. It is like that.
But to go back to what Darryl was saying, I do fully still agree. It's such a slight difference. That's why I think it should have been character select with maybe a limited party, and I think a better option would have been to make your own party, so that way and like have maybe the heroes of the lands be unlockable, so it feels like a bigger deal when you see their beefy stats like.
But then it wouldn't be following the story one-to-one like it seems like it's trying to do here.
It would, but it would be following the module at least, like the speed of the module, where you can make your own characters.
Oh, true.
And then then you can have your characters be of a certain power level, and then when you get to play Raceland or Caraman or whatever, it'll feel like a big deal. Like, wow, Caraman has max stats, while my previous fighter only had like 12 stats. Because like it doesn't feel like a big deal you're playing the Heroes of Lance, like if you don't know the books.
And if there's no sense of like scale, like
especially since there's no leveling either. Like they don't level differently or anything. Like no one goes stronger or anything.
Man, my mana is really low.
They limited their options to show off their strengths by a huge amount. And like all there really is who can hit the hardest, and it's pretty much just Caramon.
Yeah. And now I gave him the Ring of Protection, so I'm feeling good, and I can just unlock these big golem guys. Ah, shit.
Unlock me now.
Hold person is like a stun, or is it just root people? Do you know?
Actually, let me check the spells. I might as well just because I know there's some spells that don't do anything whatsoever in this game.
I'm gonna sleep him. Go sleep.
Let's see. Clerical spells. Hold person works on some enemies but doesn't work on other enemies.
Wow! Look at this goddamn griffin.
Do they just fly through you and just continuously do damage, or are you like you're freezing them in place and then they do one hit? And
they're hitting me at least twice. I don't think I'm not taking damage just from like touching them. But like when they're in me, they get attacks in. They stop because I'm hitting them. They're getting stun locked.
Yeah, the animations are stun locked, but I believe they're still attacking.
Yeah, they do still hit. It's not like I'm just standing in them taking the hits though.
But yeah, some spells don't do anything. Whole person doesn't work on some enemies. Which spell does not do anything? Charm. Charm does nothing as far as the FAQ writer can tell.
Will it hold them in place? I want to test it out.
Charm?
Yeah.
In the first game it did. Let's try it on the next
one.
enemy.
Yeah, although they still tried to like jab at you.
Yeah. I'll kill you.
Which is like a weird, because that's not charm at all. It's literally just
he doesn't care.
Them.
Yeah, I wonder if another enemy happened to be nearby, they would attack their friends. If that's what that's supposed to illustrate, but whatever.
God, they hit hard.
Yeah.
So I can rest. Can I just keep resting? Like, how does that work?
I think it's recommended you keep resting. This is like the version of spamming here all the time.
Oh, I must wait before resting again. So I should rest like every minute I can.
Yeah, and also I have no enemies that can be in the room, I believe.
What's this?
Oh yeah, so we should save curing for when.
Yeah. Yeah, so those green guys are trolls. They're much taller and much better posture than the previous game.
They're pretty strong.
I feel like that's not very trolly, is it? I always imagine trolls hunched over.
Yeah, me too. It makes him look more like, I don't know, like green army fatigue.
This guy too, especially like with his like abs and pecs.
Yeah.
He's more well defined.
Yeah, he looks more like a golem. Looks like would be a better guess. Like
Yep.
And also, by the way, all the spells are pretty much the same. Like burning hands. Burning hands is just the worst magic missile apparently, but it costs more. Like.
Oh,
So it's not just like, it's not even just that it doesn't feel good to use different spells. Like some spells are just strictly worse than others.
If only you had Tasselhoff.
oh.
Uh,
Karaman has been killed. He took part in many battles, but his body no longer moves.
Raised dead.
What a weird way to say that.
he's still raised dead. Oh, but get Raceland out of there.
Also, I just realized how weird. I mean, this is like super obvious. I just realized how weird the game is, where you can cast spells.
You just realized how weird the game is now.
No, but you can cast spells without having the person be out front, where it's like there's just literally no reason to have Raceland or the cleric be first.
I think it's when the rest of the team dies that they.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm saying like that's then you have no choice.
Yeah, it's like there's no reason for them to be playable characters. It is for what they decided. It was the most elegant solution because if you have to keep switching, it'll make the menu system even more annoying.
Make it take twice as long as you switch over and shoot a fireball, switch back.
So it's at least like you have to have them in the front row, so they have to take damage along with the main guy. You didn't res Caraman?
Oh yeah, Zach Fig just said, "Don't you have raised dead?"
Yeah, you got to scroll.
Yeah, let me try it. Oh my God, Tasselhoff does no damage.
Also, doesn't Goldman have raised dead, or is that no longer?
She does. I forgot I can do that.
I like the idea that every time you hit him, you're like rolling a hit.
I think that's how exactly it works.
You've already rolled like 100 times.
Yeah.
Ah, why do you have so much health?
All right, let's try to. I want to use the scroll because I don't have a lot of mana.
I do believe since it's based on AD&D, that means
Hey,
tasks will have garbage to hit percentage, so don't use tasks for fighting.
Tasselhoff.
Yeah, thieves are basically 3 forced progression from 3rd edition.
Thank you, Zach Fig.
Yeah, Zach fixed the real strategy behind our little.
I told you guys to use Raised Dead earlier.
Did you? Oh well, I don't listen to you. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I do.
I'm sorry, I do listen. I'm sorry, I listened to you.
Oh God.
Make sure to heal or just rest.
I can't rest. I just rested.
I like this idea, like he's dying, but like super energetic. I can't go to sleep. I'm gonna die.
That feeds back to the D&D problem of you keep going at 100 until you go to 0, then you die. Like you never tire.
I have no sense of where I've been, guys.
Well, you're in the new area, so you're making some natural.
Yeah, hopefully that means you're going in the right direction.
I'm hoping that means there's a natural. There's more of a natural flow to the traveling than the first one, at least.
Oh God. Karaman has been killed. He took part in many battles, but his body no longer moves. Help!
One nice thing is you don't have to. You can leave a guy dead for a while. You don't have to res him, or he dies forever.
Yeah, where it's like you don't leave the room.
Yeah.
I guess I should use it.
Maybe you can.
He's my best, and he has my ring of protection. So, and he has a potion of healing he can just drink. Actually, let's
do it.
Let's rest.
Let's see how much it gives.
Oh wow, look at that rest. Wow.
Fully healed.
The other game got me conditioned to like potion of healing did nothing.
Yeah, because it was like roll to heal again, but I think it was probably like pure light wounds.
Yeah, it definitely was.
This is a troll dungeon, goddamn.
Yeah. So, like, this is supposed to be the headquarters of the Dragon Army.
Yeah, so this is like a long abandoned passageway through them.
What do I do here, guys?
Also, I just realized this thing. I mean, I didn't just realize this, but it's just funny how this game is just like flat hallways with pits, and then just monsters always camping over the pits.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, this has a very direct Zelda 2 comparison, but that one, even by the first dungeon, you have a lot of different things going on with like different enemy types, like slow guy. I'm thinking of the second dungeon, the slow heads that shoot the fireballs at you. But the first has like the skeletons, the marching dudes.
Yes.
You have the bouncing skull bubbles.
It's way more evolved with the enemy design, like because it's Nintendo doing it, of course, it's going to be.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whereas this is like, I mean, I guess there you got like a projectile guy.
What is he holding a crossbow at me?
Yeah, that's definitely crossbow. But there's been like no like wave pattern dudes or anything. Medusa heads.
Like we talked about before, like this is an action RPG, but it's still like it feels like a regular RPG that you just happen to swing your sword and roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
Goblin is dressed up
You shot him in
as
the
a small
face.
animal. He looks your way
That's not an animal. He has pants.
and begins speaking with an air of importance. I already shot him. Clever rats. I don't know where they're coming from, but it's going to be an unhappy sight for Lord Toad.
This guy does
Whoa.
look like a frog.
That was a boss fight.
It was horrible. I'm sorry. Please excuse me.
It was horrible.
I'd really prefer not to go with you. Threatening Verminard? No thank you. Wait, I know. I'll tell you something useful. Go see the old dragon woman called the Old Sage. Take this door and turn right from there. Alright, let's rest with... If I rest, does it heal everyone or just... Yeah, it does actually. That's cool.
Oh,
The party
that's pretty
rest.
useful.
Yeah, that
But
is
yeah,
actually useful.
we brushed over it. We should mention after Daryl was talking about the enemy design not being complex. We fight a boss. It's like three hits and he's down.
Well, I did shoot him with an arrow first.
So 4 hits and he's down. Good
Yeah.
question.
So what's interesting is I just realized when I was worried about these pits, there's no knockback from getting hit in this game. So
That's a huge improvement.
yeah.
And there is a natural progression to this game more than the first one because you are finding stuff and like it's naturally leading you. There's like less.
Can I wear 2 rings?
I don't want to say dead ends, but like red.
He was finding all those gold coins in that maze of archways.
That's what I mean. There's like a flow in games. I don't know what to call it. Like in Doom, when you find like new enemies and you know like, oh, it's a new area. Like there's a
Yeah,
natural flow.
you know where to go without being told. Like
Yeah.
it's level design that works.
It's a breadcrumb trail.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
What you're looking
Like
for.
these items are breadcrumbs rather than in the other game where they would like lead to dead ends and the whole archways no end.
There were rewards for taking the path less traveled. Like gold, because you need better points for your...
Caramon doesn't even have magic items. Do you guys notice this?
He's supposed to fucking have a magic sword.
Well, everyone else fucking does.
Wait, I thought he had a longsword plus 2.
Yeah, like he's supposed. That's how he fought the ghost in the first one.
Did you, like, die and lose your magic properties?
Yeah, I think it was Tanis maybe who had it. Yeah, he has a longsword plus 2 and another
Yeah,
plus 2.
well, screw you, buddy. Can you take those
Yeah,
off?
maybe take it off, Tess.
Can I?
Try it.
I like this idea of them undressing.
No, he won't take it off.
No, it's my longsword. Screw you.
I mean, I think
No.
D&D characters would say that. They'd be like, no.
Yeah, it's true. People are stubborn.
Like, he has Storm has a longsword plus 3.
but
very
Storm will never give that up. That's his paladin weapon.
Oh. I do agree that I feel like I'm actually, I feel like I'm actually playing a game that is leading me in a direction that I feel like I'm progressing in. I have a sense of what my spells do, how to avoid getting hit, how to hit. Like, the game is like a actual playable thing.
Yeah, it's basically a poor man's Link's Awakening, but it's still better than what they had before. Not Link's Awakening. Link's Adventure.
Zelda 2, yeah.
Zelda 2,
The
Link's
Adventure of Link.
Link's Adventure of Link. Yeah, I fucked that name up completely. I did not get it right at all.
Zelda and Link's goes places.
Yeah.
I might be going backwards now. I don't think I am.
Also,
No, I don't think I've seen this room.
doesn't it look like this guy has like a pretty like thing in his hair?
It's like a Viking helmet type thing? Like a Thor helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the top of the helmet is purple, which looks like his hair.
No, I think it's his hair. Right?
no,
oh,
because
no,
the
it's
top
not.
of the top of the helmet's like it's a dome helmet.
Oh, yeah, you're
So
right.
based on the helmet, it is a different color
Yeah.
than the wings.
He's definitely got like a pretty little hair ornament.
I will say I do like these sprites a lot better. They're a lot simpler, but they look less like of a mess of like pixels than the first one.
Less similar. I don't think it was like a mess of pixels. They just looked really similar.
Yeah,
hard.
they look less similar. That's a better way to critique. This looks more like it actually looks more like a pixel. More like a I can't say it.
Mess of pixels.
More like a mess of pixels, but it's more color coded and you can tell them more distinctly.
Hey, I did it. What a heavy atmosphere. From inside, growls of beastly voices can be heard. What are they doing? What are they doing? Hello? This music is very creepy.
Is it the boss fight from Final Fantasy Tactics?
It sounds actually like when you fight the Zodiac Monster a little bit.
Oh god, that's actually really cool.
What?
Wow, that is a much better
Ooh.
dragon than the other goofy dude.
Is this Ember's room? Oh. Don't call me that. I feel like an insect in here. Poor bastards, scorched by the flames of this ember.
Who is talking?
Ah! Oh shit.
Was that the dragon or them?
No, it was our party being like, oh shit. Because
So another interesting thing is in this game, you pass the old sage, if you meet the Osei, she'll actually tell you how to beat this guy. So there's actually optional ways to get more tips and tricks to do stuff.
Where could I have possibly passed her?
I don't know, but you did pass her.
There's a lot of doors.
He's actually really pathetically finding out his weakness. Like, you can beat this boss in like 5 hits.
Is it like charm? Oh, I'm your friend now.
It's even more pathetic than that. Like, this guy's an embarrassment with dragons. Magic missile, just spam with magic missile.
But I don't have enough mana.
It's like I think there's only one boss fight after this point, so like you're not gonna. If you just survive like these 2 fights, you can win the game. In the book, this guy's like the strong arm of the Dragonlance army, taken out by magic missiles, like a level 1 spell.
Got him. Thank you very much. I thought it was hopeless. The entrance to the rest of the castle interior is here, so let's go. Here we go. Same music.
Long hallway.
What's gonna be at the end?
Is it building up atmosphere for the final boss?
Take this Metal Gear Solid 3 ladder.
Silent.
Oh no, not archways again.
It's true final boss of this series. Archery's forever, you never leave.
I don't mind this atmosphere building, because it was like creepy music, long hallway, now it's like quiet, arches opening up, you know. I don't know how long I'll be okay here. This is the first time that people have broken this far into Pax
Vermintard?
Vermintard.
Vermintard. If you thought his name was bad before, now
yeah, no, it's that new Warhammer game, Warhammer Vermintard. That Verminard better be prepared to hand over a reward for
Who's talking?
I thought it was him.
This is Verminard, I believe. I believe this is Verminard. This is
he, right?
But he's. Why would he say that about himself?
Maybe I'm misremembering the book.
Or is he not Verminard?
Oh! I think he is, according to the book, he is at least.
Alright. I gotta figure out something here.
Just stand next to him and melee him.
Okay.
But one cool thing is this guy's the first one that actually has a pattern.
I mean, the dragon did. He fired like down, middle,
far, yes.
Ah, shit! Oh god!
Whoa!
So overall improvement, like bosses now have patterns.
Okay, never mind. Do not melee him.
Yeah.
Alright, Flint. You're up.
Well, it's like fighting a guy in D&D that attacks like 3 times per round where you attack only once.
Let's bless. Whoa!
Oh. Tricky.
Man, I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm almost out of mana.
I do believe Flint is a fighter, so he should have good attack.
Oh, is this just like a hit him once and then he teleports?
Yeah, it's not a great pattern, but it's a pattern.
Yeah. Spiritual hammer!
Oh, he didn't. It blinked off him. It made a noise like blink. God. He's trying to shoot down because I'm a dwarf.
What is he firing?
I think he's throwing axes, I assume. Because it looks like it's just spinning a little bit in a weird NES way.
It looked like wind.
He's a cleric. Maybe he's throwing spiritual hammers. I don't know.
Oh, and it doesn't work on him either. Ah! Shit.
You gotta stop trying to dodge, and I think you need to just brute force this fight.
Yeah, I think just try to hit him, get some choice and
right.
make him teleport.
Tannis' body slowly falls to the
Everyone
ground.
have a different death?
He can no longer see anything in front of his bow
Because
arm.
I like that touch if they do.
Yeah, I like that too. That is really cool.
Yeah. This is gonna be funny if this takes forever because your strongest character is dead.
No,
well,
this guy's
not that far behind.
This guy, yeah, look at his strength. And he has a +3 longsword, whereas Caramon had
I don't trust this game.
a mundane one.
You don't trust this game's accurately representing D&D rules.
Yeah.
All magic
like,
power is exhausted.
If you're 2 notches below full strength, I'm like, I don't think that's enough.
Max damage is in AD&D it's called like wow, you beat him.
Come on.
It's called like superior strength. Like you can do like inhuman feats with 18 strength in AD&D. So like it is a big deal to have 18 versus 17.
The morning sun rises. The night
as
of
Vanquish and Hollow
battles
Knight
seems not to have existed at all in the light of the sun. This purifying light gives to the party its blessings.
Thanks. Does it bring back my friends?
My friends are dead, please. This adventure is a fraud. There's been a deplorable There's been a basket of deplorables. There's been deplorable lack of souvenirs.
Hey, wait, did he die?
I'm back from dead. We're not thieves.
Yeah.
Just being able to see people's joyous faces isn't enough for you. We are the knights. Huh, I don't want to end up with rocks.
Rocks?
I guess, I don't know, bag of rocks as
And
souvenirs.
besides, this has been dangerous. It would be nice if someone helped us out.
Surely Miss Cow will protect us. I don't know what.
Oh, she became fucking poo-poo. Should Miss Cow protect the poo-poo?
But it can supply a meal every now and then these days, and the gods really are the ones granting protection. We forgot all of our characters.
Yeah. Well, I'm fine, as long as we're opposing those bastards from the Dragon Army.
Dragon Army.
Brother, have you learned nothing from this battle? Don't be like that. But I'm sure Backstarkis isn't the only fort in the area.
Try to speak less robotically.
In any case, should we clear up exactly what we should achieve?
Why is this? Like, did I kill Verminard?
This goes on forever, god damn it.
What's happening with this death? Oh, well, should we get going? To wherever requires us.
Gentle morning light envelops the party, and thus their adventure draws to a close. That was such a short game. I didn't even need a guide this time.
That
Yeah.
was such a weird, like, ending dialogue thing of, like, them basically being like, we didn't get anything. Was it worth it? Yeah, it was worth it. I like killing people. Okay, so let's...
Yeah.
And also, I got like those gems and stuff. But they don't tell me like, did I get EXP or anything?
Maybe it was after the credits.
Oh
It
yeah.
doesn't even tell you, like, what happened to the land after. They're just like, well, we killed Verminard.
Did we?
I think you did. I think that was Verminard, I believe.
We're not even sure that's...
Because he was like, he said like, Verminard's gonna be mad or something. Or was that me saying that?
I
Like,
think I think that was the guy that tipped you off about Verminard. No, it wasn't. That guy told you about the fucking old
We
sage.
don't know who said it. It could have been the narrator.
We killed a random guy. We didn't even know what it was.
the fireworks for us winning.
Yeah, we win.
Yeah, they're celebrating.
But yeah, really short.
Really short. Like, really short.
Yeah, more intuitive, but that makes it more obvious how short it is because you don't get lost forever and make the game feel artificially longer.
Yeah, but like if I spent $60 on this and beat it without any knowledge prior, like it wasn't like I needed anything to just beat that.
Yeah. And I think the way they structure the cutscenes, it's good that they had some cutscenes, but like it's weird because they have them only at the beginning and at the very end, and like if they build up to Verminard showing up, if they were clear who was speaking during the Verminard cutscene, like if that finale felt more like it was built up properly, the dialogue.
If they talked like beforehand to each other about like, hey, should we trust this elf? Hey, where are we gonna where's the secret entrance to this place? Do we trust the goblin?
Because you were saying like, oh, this guy's a paladin, this guy's a whatever, and like that's cool if you read the books, but you know, to me these are all just 8 names and they all get one line. And I have no differentiation between them except Tasselhoff is a little sassier.
Yeah, he's a
Test
sassy
player kid.
But yeah, that's a big problem because they do have more cutscenes, but they don't do enough to serve the story. Like it's just it's just everyone having a turn to say something, no matter how arbitrary it is, during the beginning and the end.
Well, the end. Did I get any XP? No.
There's no points. There's not any points. You don't get anything.
Oh my god, what is the point in
It's
playing?
like I actually would have
right?
made fun if there was points like the first game, but then why have gems?
Yeah, why have gems? I don't even know. There's no leveling up.
Because it's treasure.
But they don't give me. They don't let me look at my treasure at the end. Then say, look how much treasure you got.
Yeah, it should be like like some games like have like you can see which items you collected just for the sake of seeing which items you collected.
Yeah.
So there's no other screen beyond this?
No, that's the end of the game.
Ah.
There's no New Game Plus. New Game Plus would actually be interesting, but no.
No.
And first question: what are your final thoughts on this game?
Much better than the first game. There was a lot more changing. There was a lot more going on. You have more dialogue, more interesting. But like again, compared to like Zelda 2, that was clearly inspired by, it's like a pale imitator.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same. Where I'm like, it was way better than the first game, but you know, you have this world map that exists for 5 minutes. Then you guys remember that? You remember the world map? And then it's like, then you have guys on the world map that you can talk to, but it's like 2 of them.
And they don't say anything of consequence. Like, there's a guy you can talk to for get armor, but that's it, I think.
The game's not even like that hard enough where you're like, oh, let me try and think about like different ways to approach these. Like, we never got to a point where like we need to go back and get the armor from the first world map.
Or, like, should I switch this character for this thing? Like, it's cool that Hasselhoff can disable traps, but there were, like, 3 traps in the whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, and the same other fundamental problems from the first game exist. The controls got improved, but still this same fundamental problem where it is just going through menus to pick spells. It's reduced a bit because now you need your spells more often, and they're budgeted more harshly.
You use spells less often, I feel.
Yeah. You use spells less often because the spells are budgeted more strictly throughout the game.
Mm-hmm. And they do more. Like, they don't fly up into the air randomly.
Oh my god, in
Remember
random
that?
directions.
Also, I just have to say, like, actually, like, playing this game it feels so good compared to the first one. Like, the first one made me want to throw my controller because I couldn't do anything I wanted to do. I was getting knocked back. My spells were flying off into the air. Like, this one actually felt like a game. Like, it's hard to, like, overstate that.
So final question then. Does it make you feel sad that this is the last one they tried in the style and there wasn't one to improve on this one? Or do you think like this is the best they probably could have done, like, and they should have just stopped while they were behind, I guess?
I don't know if I'd want to play another game like this.
My only reason I bring this up is because the first game was basically, like I feel like to me, a beta test for this game. Like, this game is like an actual game where we actually...
But this game's even incomplete compared to a lot of other games. Like, this game's almost a beta test of its own game.
It is.
You know, it almost reaches like the Hobbit problem where it's like, did you need to split these games up?
Yeah. But I'm wondering, like, if they had an SNES one where they had, like, the equivalent of the first 2 in one game at least. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's also like, I don't know how you'd be able to do it in the same, like, it would require a lot of thinking to be like, how do you use 8 characters in interesting ways and not have it be clunky menu navigation?
Or just a puzzle game at that point then, like Lost Vikings or something, where you're swapping between guys that do different things, but then it's not really a dungeon crawl like they wanted it to be, I guess.
Yeah, there's still too many fundamental problems with the way the game is structured as an action RPG for them to address them all in the next game. It'll just be tiny tweaks like this one kind of.
Yeah, it's like 8 characters really works better when it's like an RPG team, where it's like when you enter into battle, they all do different things. Rather than like when there's one character on a screen at a time, it's like you don't want to be switching between more than like 3.
And this was really short, but if it was longer, would that have been more satisfying? I don't think so.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is what Daryl brought up, which is a really great point. When you play Zelda 2, Zelda 2 is really hard, but it's more fun because the enemies are actually, like, there's complexity to their attack patterns and stuff like that. So it's fun. It creates...
Oh, yeah, instead of walking up to them and just hit.
Yeah, it becomes repetitive. Just
yeah, and the game's not also like 30 minutes long like this.
Yes, and you level up, and you actually level up, you level up in the Zelda game, and not this game. This game ripped off a Zelda game that actually...
Or the last game.
Yeah. Like,
both D&D games, you don't level up.
But this is even more egregious because they're ripping off a game, the only Zelda game of leveling up, and it's a D&D game. They rip off the Zelda leveling up system even.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that wraps it up for Dragonlance. Thank you all for watching. Next time we come back, we'll be covering other games because it's the last of the action Dragonlance games. We'll be covering more traditional RPGs next time around.
Which will be much more my speed.
Yeah, and they're much longer, so we actually have to stop and think about what we're doing and not just keep attacking as we go through mazes of rooms and stuff.
As long as we have Zach Fig to help us, we can make it through.
Yeah, if we have Zach Fig, we can do anything.
Zach Fig, please respond.
He's here. Thank you.
He's here. We can make it. We can make it. All right, so that's it for tonight then. Thank you all for watching, Zach Fig.
Thank you all for watching, Zach. The Zach Fig Show.
Next time you'll be here to help us.
Yeah. All right, so have a good night, everyone.